It was a Saturday night. My wife, Sarah, told me she was going out to a friend's birthday party. Just a simple gathering. But I had a gut feeling something was off. Something didn't feel right, and I couldn't shake the thought of it. So I decided to follow her, and what I discovered behind that closed door still haunts me to this day. I've always trusted Sarah. We've been together for 5 years, and though we've had our ups and downs, I never imagined she could hide something like this from me. But that night, something just felt off. She had told me she'd be home late, but I didn't expect her to be gone for so long. I didn't want to be paranoid, but I couldn't ignore the nagging feeling in my stomach. I grabbed my jacket, slipped out quietly, and followed her car, making sure I stayed far enough behind so she wouldn't notice. I didn't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't prepared for the shocking truth I was about to uncover. I trailed Sarah to a small, unfamiliar house at the edge of town. The lights were dim, but I could make out the shadows of people moving around through the windows. I waited for a moment, trying to convince myself that maybe I was just overthinking things. But that little voice inside me kept screaming to go inside. I watched her enter through the front door, and I knew it was my chance. Slowly, I walked around to the back, hoping the window would give me a glimpse of what was really going on. And then I saw them. At first, it seemed innocent enough. A few people chatting, laughing, music playing in the background. But then, just then, I saw him. Jason, her old high school friend, the one she always claimed was just a friend. And there they were, standing too close to each other, laughing, touching, their bodies pressed together. My heart dropped. I felt like I couldn't breathe. I had to see more. So I waited, hiding behind the tree, my mind racing, my emotions all over the place. Then, something happened that I could never have predicted. Jason leaned in, his lips brushing Sarah's ear. I watched as she smiled and kissed him. In that moment, everything changed. My heart shattered into pieces. The woman I had loved, trusted, and built a life with had betrayed me, but I wasn't done. No, I had to know the full truth. Still in shock, I pushed through the back door quietly. The sounds of the party muffled my footsteps. My heart was pounding in my chest as I crept deeper into the house. I was so close to the living room now. I could hear their voices, their whispers. Then I stepped into the living room. And there it was. The image that will haunt me forever. Sarah and Jason tangled together on the couch, kissing passionately. They didn't see me. I stood frozen for what felt like an eternity. My legs turned to jelly and I barely managed to hold myself up. I wanted to scream, to confront her, but I couldn't. Not yet. I turned and ran. I turned and ran. I couldn't let them see me like this, broken, shattered. I couldn't let her know I had discovered the truth. Not yet. When I got home, I sat there staring at the door. My mind was spinning. How could this happen? How could she betray me like this? Everything felt like a lie. The next day, I confronted her. The look on her face when she saw me was one I'll never forget. She was caught. The lies, the deceit, it all came pouring out. She admitted everything. The affair. The lies. The night spent pretending she was with friends, all while I was out there believing she was mine. But here's the thing, even after she confessed, the pain didn't stop. It was a constant ache, a betrayal that would never heal. That night changed everything for me. It wasn't just the affair, but the realization that someone you loved and trusted could betray you so completely. I left Sarah soon after. It was the hardest decision I've ever made, but it was the only one I could make. I'm sharing this story with you not because I want sympathy, but because I want you to understand that trust is fragile. Once broken, it's hard to repair. Betrayal doesn't just leave a mark on your relationship, it leaves a scar on your soul. So let this be a warning to anyone out there, never ignore that gut feeling. Trust it, and when in doubt, always seek the truth.